These are just, by the way, some of the ideas that I'm trying to share with you. There are lots of things that I'll point out, it might lead to politics. Some of them will lead to our normal social life. It will lead to experiences I've gone through. It will pop in here and there, mostly religion. But I know that religion has caused a lot in our life. It has so many facts in our life. Everybody has got something, cultural or religion, that he's tied up to. Unless you weren't born in this planet. If you are born on this planet, then you have that. You can deny it. You can look elsewhere. You have to embrace it. You have to accept it, and you have to mold it. You have to mold it right. That's what this is about. You're molding your characters right. The characters in you, the signs in you, you're molding it right. You personally have to do it. I don't have to. Nobody has to do it for you. You will personally do it. You will know the difference between wrong, right, the difference between sin and what is not sin, righteousness. You will understand clearly whatever it is your culture has been telling you to sort of get yourself engaged in as a must, or the things that you practically has been, so much in love with or obsessed with, that probably are not relevant. I will point things out as far as whatever it is, as high, as low, whichever way I know fit. I have thought through, that I've come across, that I have a reason within myself. I will share it with you. Some of it may be a distance away. Some people will still hold on to what they hold on to, and those who hold on to them will be the only people who will sort of think of me in a negative way, slightly in a negative way. But deep down, if they keep on listening, or they listen to all the videos, and if by chance they've come to this video and this message, and they are listening, they get, as I'm advising, they listen to the whole videos, they will feel the guilt and realizing that they are only troubling their own self, because that's their nature, that's the idea. I want you to know that there are some things that you do, you are just troubling yourself. You are doing it for your own, whatever it is, but there isn't any reason, or that you have not got any reason to keep on or doing or holding on to whatever it is. And I'll go as deep as I can to simplify things and make life simple for you, and life simple as it should be, so that if it's God thinking that is standing your way, angel thinking standing your way, Buddhism's thinking standing your way, spiritualist thing standing in your way, cultural thing, whichever way it is, you will know how to, mold it well, drop what it needs to drop, embrace what needs to be embraced, and think in an open sense, having an open approach to life, and that evil expectations, you probably put it off, but still, you have to know that the world is full of evil. Long before. It's not because we have to wait for some evil to come. The evils are already around us every day. We ourselves, we know we are evil. So all these things is going to mold you to know that of which is evil of you, so you can control it as much as you can. Maybe sometimes it will escalate, but we are going to minimize it. Even if we fail to eradicate it, we will minimize it. That I know, I can assure that you will minimize it. That is, if you choose to remember the things that I'm trying to remember you of, the things that I want you to be remembering them. Because I know you already know. The things I might say might not be new so much. It's just a remembering process of basic things in life that we ignore, that we hold on to, that makes our life terrible. And it's coming from someone you might know or you might not know. And those who might know me might also look down and say, how? I remember the quotation in the Bible which says a prophet is not honored on his own home. But I'm not a prophet anyway. But in a sense of your friends who is close to you, people who are close to you, might not necessarily respect the ideas and what comes up. But truly, me, I don't have much friends, but those who I have are close to me. Sometimes I think they do respect the ideas. I've never seen much of it, because I do respect their ideas, and I think they respect mine on that basis. People will not respect your ideas when they realize that mostly it's not progressive, it's not something which, then that's a different thing. But over a long period, things turns out well, or something one have said and it comes out happening that way has made them also come to know that it's possible. But it's not most of the things that one says that happens. But you give it time, sometimes it does. But I'm not talking about a long period. I'm talking about somebody who, when you talk to me or I'm sharing a conversation with you, I do my best to make sense and say things that might help you, because I believe that if you are in a good state, I'm also in a good state. If my neighbor is breathing well and eating well and feeling better, I'm also feeling well and feeling better. If he's in a bad state, in a terrible state, then I'm bound to have the weight of that burden over my head that I wouldn't know how to, probably won't be able to help, but still, it will affect me. If he's sick and he's next to me, he will end up, if it's something that can be a sickness or disease that can be passed on to others, I might catch that disease too. So if my neighbor or my close relations or whatever is better and feel good, I feel better and good too. It is just a normal application. So I will end with that, and I'm sure that just will get into you, and you will see clearly the point I'm trying to make. So if I make you better, I'm trying to make myself better. That is what this video is going to be able to do. And it is not a miracle. It is not a spiritual campaign. It has nothing to do with that at all. It's just like a normal scientist, doctors, whatever, counseling a friend counseling a friend. That's what it is about. It's not about necessarily even counseling. It's about suggestions and pulling your mind to something that you've engaged yourself so much that you never give it a thought. Sometimes some people too have their minds still there, despite the joy, the play around and all that. They still, are okay. Then that's fine. But there are loads of us out there that, due to their problems and all those negative things that keeps happening and all that, their ways are affecting us all. And so it becomes necessary for us all to sort of do something about it. Because I can't be walking on the street and stepping in the vomit of somebody all the time because that person cannot control his drinking habits. I mean, how silly can they be? I drink every time. I do have a beer right now in my compartment, which I drink whenever I have to. But here I am. If I'm in any situation where I decide not to drink, I don't drink. And I don't never going to drink and get drunk. Why should I get drunk? Why should I get drunk? What is the point? If I'll be drunk, then I have to be ready, lay the bed and get drunk and lay on that bed. So I won't go out and then my drunkenness become a burden to that person and affect somebody's life, somebody's smoothly, having his life, quiet life moving, and I become a problem to that person. No. You have to have self-control. I think the Bible also teaches that, of the self-control thing. That's where probably I picked that also. And I liked it. To have self-control, generalize things. But there are other things in the Bible that does not teach you self-control. So that also, that I do not like. So that I will pull that one out. And the one that teaches self-control, you accept that one. Because I accept that. So I think you will agree with me when I put these things out and tell you what is good, what isn't good. But it doesn't mean that I believe in the Bible as God's word. No, it's just a book. I believe the Quran as God's word. It's just a book. It's all just a book. There have been a spirit attached to it due to its praises and its uplifting. They've uplifted the spirit have taken. But until the spirit, or whatever spirit, Allah or Jehovah, prove to be who we have thought of God to be, then we know that, oh, Jehovah is God, Jehovah is the God, oh, Allah is the God, oh, Allah is the real God, or Buddha is the God. Until that moment, it will be wrong to go along that line. So I'm sure I've really put something out there, and there's a lot coming up. There is a lot coming up. Yeah, it's a lot talking coming up. So please look out for the talks. Look out to see what good you can make of all these things. Make your own judgment yourself. And I'm sure we'll all get side by side. Thank you.